Sorry to drag you to Wollongong.
I'm still stuck here.
There's not that much to see here. Cheers. Sorry, it's not exactly Bondi icebergs.
We're gonna have to find something to do. And here's that bridge in every bloody car ad. I mean, like, you know, it's just a bridge.
The beaches in Mykonos look amazing. I mean, this place has gone to the dogs. Shouldn't it come in a tall glass? Why would you bother?
Well, hi, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to beautiful Figtree Sports here. The sun is shining. The crowd has filled in. We've got spectators galore lining the rinks here for this afternoon's final of the BCiB Women's Pennant. This is Division 1, and it is two of the powerhouse clubs. Merrylands up against Taren Point. Both sides undefeated throughout this event. And we can see what they've done through the state finals. This is the quarterfinals. So Merrylands dispatched Warilla yesterday afternoon, accounted for Cabramatta this morning, and now meet Taren Point in the final. Taren Point have had it largely their own way. South Tamworth gave them a bit of a scare in the quarterfinals before Taren Point romped home over Port City in the semi. So your final here this afternoon, it is going to be Merrylands versus Taren Point. Your live streaming rink is going to be for Merrylands, Sophie Payne, Katie Astley, Chanel Chakouch, and Natalie Lewis, if you don't mind. And they're up against Taryn, Keir, Rachell, Sharne, Louise, Cronan, and Leanne, Chinery for Taren Point. A fabulous contest. 8 of the best credentialed players here in our female game, and immediately it's going to be Taren Point to set us off. The girls are in high spirits. They've stopped. They've come in for some lunch. The losing semi-finalists are enjoying a refreshment. We're going to enjoy some great bowls, and it's a touch-up. First up for Taryn Keir for Taren Point. Sophie Payne now. Merrylands for the first time. Prodigious talent. And I look forward to bringing you all the action here from the BCiB Women's Pennant Finals. We're here up in the perch on the balcony. It is a beautiful warm afternoon. The breeze has died largely. What little breeze there is swung around to the north, which is at the back of our players here. It's 2 great shots there for Taren Point, Taren Keir to get us underway. I will be joined shortly. Got a mystery special guest commentator. So once again, let us know where you're watching around Australia or around the world. It's Nick Hind, shortly to be joined by a special mystery guest commentator. Sophie Payne has had, well, that's a nervy start. Interesting tactic from Taren Point early. First end, they have a plan. The mat has come a fair way up the line, and they've identified something. And, well, that might save the blushes of Sophie Payne a little bit. Another bowl into the ditch. Expect Katie Astley to be very cautious with this. Our green staff are out there again at lunchtime, and this is almost a mirror finish here on rink 22. Wow, great correction there. Warm applause. The Taren Point team, the boys, Ray Pearce and Harley McDonald in the background. This is much better here from Katie. Being urged up, 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 and away. And you can understand why she was a little cautious there. All our regulars, Peter Hearn, Vince, Phillip. I'm sure Di Boddington's watching on. Dougie's in Bulgaria. Wherever you're watching, around Australia, around the world. Great to have your company here. Louise Cronan now for the first time in this contest. Just going to slide past. She's not on her lonesome there. And Natalie Lewis call to Chanel. You get to it whatever way you see fit. It's pretty good here from Chanel if she can get right down. Speed's okay. The club staff working hard here at beautiful Figtree Sports. They've serviced us with yet another lovely lunch. And this is yet another lovely bowl here. Louise Cronan, that's a really bright start. Difficult one for Natalie Lewis, her young chargers. They're all teenagers up front. Katie might have had her 20th birthday. Man Phillips telling us that Katie's playing her last game for a while. Going to concentrate on her studies. Well, she has been doing that and has probably... That bowl's take a bit of a back seat. This is a fantastic bowl here from Taren points Louise Cronan. It's a good looking bowl there, that blue and white. Now, only pressure applied here by Taren Point. They've been without blemish so far in this competition. Leanne's watching from the sunny coast. Well, couldn't have a better day than where we are right here, right now, here at Figtree Sports. I've got the Jindabyne Adabinaby team over my right shoulder. They were valiant to be a semi-finalist, but fell to Lake Cat-Eye. Now, I'm interested to see here how Natalie Lewis approaches this. It's the first end of the game. Do you go looking for this jack or play sensible? Well, she's playing sensible, but it's going to float high and float wide, float past. She's not alone in there. I wondered whether she might just back herself to go quick for the jack. But first end probably... could be as many as 4 down. Katie Astley's bowl on the centre line is the best currently for Merrylands. It's being asked to hold by Louise Cronan. Well, that's going to be another counter. Katie Astley's bowl can't really go, so Natalie Lewis, all her experience, being put to the test here very early. Chanel interested. Sophie Payne interested. Katie Astley looking after us. Thank you, Katie Astley. You'll get a gold star from me. And it's going to be 4 shots on the very first end. What a start for Taren Point. Now let's see what the plan is going in this other direction. So Taren Point's first time on this streaming rink. We have seen Merrylands here. That was back on day 1. And yeah, a similar plan. So it's a short length. So if this continues, expect Natalie Lewis will be monitoring the length of jack, particularly if she feels that Taren point plan is paying off. Lovely pictures being brought to you. Josh Grock, sorry, is next to me on the desk. Oh, somebody's in trouble here. The PA system at the club's telling us that somebody has parked up in the road. The car park absolutely chock-a-block today. All 4 greens in use this morning. We're down to 3 this afternoon. And we've been blessed throughout this competition by beautiful weather, fantastic bowls. Taryn Keir, what a start. Calling for that one to get right down, gets big high fives. The energy from Taren Point has been absolutely infectious throughout. Oh, it's a great correction there. Sophie Payne, she's had a few nervy ones and she's fixed that up. Drawn number 1. Miscounted on the first end. It was 5 shots to Taren Point, 2 shots on the other rink to Merrylands. So, what was a fantastic start is even better. Philip reminded me, Katie turned 20 in May. I did think she had a recent birthday. And we know you, Philip Lubke, have been a great influence on her as a person and a player. And one of the great production line that's come out of junior bowls in recent years into the open ranks. Katie Astley, she's going to be asked to provide something here very, very shortly. Seeing the miss typically has been long. Katie with the silky smooth release. This is in a pretty fair sort of shape. I called for Katie Astley to deliver and she did just that. Super shot. Rachell. There's Cronan there. Slipping past, you can see the intent. Get down, get to the shot bowl, get to the jack. Chanel being given explicit instructions here. Nice high line on the forehand. Needs to really swoop home now. Well, clear road's good too. Get to the back. It's okay. There's probably second prize there. Covers over the back. Keir O'Shea's come past with another note for me. I'll be nice to you, Keir, I promise. Oh, it's a super bowl there. Looks to have turned Katie Astley out of the head, and it's now Louise Cronan, number 1. What a treat this is for you viewers this afternoon. The brightest of the bright young stars. This is one of them. Chanel needed a little piece there. Can get off that Katie Astley bowl. See, this was the one that turned the head over though. It's right down through the Merrylands bowl at the front. Rolled it just far enough. And so you see the blue and white bowl Just to the right-hand side of the jack. That is number 1. And a forehand being attempted here by Leanne. Looking to cover. Identified there was a potential trail. I'm going to get Josh to pass me the controls there. So that last bowl has covered up a potential trail back into this area here, because that was 1, 2, 3 Merrylands bowls in weight. So we'll see how Natalie Lewis attacks this now. It's just draw. It's a fine effort. Draw weight was excellent. Title line here from Leanne. I'll tell you what, she's close. Needs it to just run fractionally. It's a fine effort. Seeing the touch of these elite players. Chanel saying it is only 1 down. Taking a time here to assess this head, as you're entitled to do. Is he's playing for a state title. Come and have a look was the call. She's a confident young girl, Chanel, but the head's not really set up too favourably for much to happen. There's some discussion about what's at the back of the rink, and the back of the rink, beyond what we can see here, does have, well, the deepest bowl is a Merrylands bowl, but the way this head's set up, I can only see the jack ripping out of bounds if there's any weight played. So I think the call is going to be just back your draw, swoop one in. Looks to be the plan here. Chanel interested early. Natalie's interested. It's going to just pull up. One shot it is to Taren, point. And yes, let's do that, Josh. So, well, around the grounds, it's been a thumping in the men's Division 1 Pennant State Finals out at Griffith. Cabramatta 60 have defeated Raymond Terrace 38. So a fantastic conclusion to the Cabramatta campaign. They've gone in very hot in terms of their cattle. Raymond Terrace, well, they had no slouches in their team either, but on the synthetic surfaces out at Griffith, it has been Cabramatta who have prevailed and are your men's Division 1 Pennant champions 2025-2026 season. So congratulations to Cabramatta. Let's have a look at this first bowl from Taren Keir. Just a little bit quick. And just a reminder that the Women's Pennant Finals are proudly supported by Destination Wollongong. If Wollongong isn't on your radar just yet, it might be time to change that. There are hidden gems to explore, long lunches calling your name, and plenty of reasons to stay a little longer, like watching Super Bowls from Sophie Payne. That'd be one. Whether it's your first visit or it's been a while, Wollongong might just surprise you. Start planning your next escape at visitwollongong.com.au. We've had fantastic competitors here from all 16 Bowls New South Wales regions across the week. We've seen a great reply there from Taren Keir, Taren Point. And we're going to see Sophie Payne looking to respond. Just on the tight side there, one feels. Yeah. We're a bit light for weight, as much as anything. And Rachell. Needs to be a bit careful here. Doesn't want to go clipping this white bowl out of the head. A good miss, I feel, in the end. That just looked quick out of the hand. Astley. She's one of my girls. It's a fine effort there. She's not my number one though. Saley Jones on the bench for Merrylands. She's my number one girl. But not plenty here this week. Had the pleasure of the lovely Zoe Davies in commentary earlier. I'll have the pleasure of another representative star shortly. That's unfortunately there, Rachell. Sharne has just missed on the quick side with both bowls, and both of them looked likely to give the shot away. That one has clipped the back edge of the jack on the way through. Katie now. Well, she's stalking this. Let's see what the finish is like out here. We can see being dug up by Natalie Lewis. It's just a little bit exploratory, you feel, from Katie Astley. She's got plenty of fans here at Figtree Sports. Plenty of fans online too. Let us know where you're watching around Australia or around the world as we see Louise Cronan on the quick side. Nick Hind is my name. It's fantastic to have your company. I hope you've got your bingo cards ready. Get your shot glasses out. Well, there'll be a few of the some of those things that apparently I say a lot. But there's only so many ways you can say some things. I helped Keir O'Shea out with her social media posting. There was an impeccable bowl from Keir. That became our hot shot from this morning's game. She's asked if there's a super one early here, she'd love to get that out live. Stay tuned. I've no doubt there's going to be lots of absolutely brilliant bowls. It's a good effort from Louise Cronan. Now Chanel. Well, the body language was pretty negative on that. You can tell that she didn't get it away to her satisfaction. And yeah, well, it's finished at the back. That's probably an okay home though, given the way that Taryn Point have attacked this head so far. Josh pulls the camera back for us, just a fraction. We'll see the back of the rink here is potentially going to come into play. So there is those two pink bowls. They both belong to Chanel back left, but back right, those two white bowls are Taren Point. And then the deepest bowl on the rink is also Taren Point. So if there's any attacking intent here, there's some good catches at the back of the green for Taren Point. That's another one. For Natalie Lewis, I think she wants to give this a friend. This is Katie Astley. She's bumping up. That might bump it up well enough to make two. It has. And now Leanne playing a much more direct line. Probably needs to be under the blue now at the front. Contact. Well, that's Katie Astley as well. And that might just have snuck in. Oh, the red bowl on the wing has flopped down too. 3 is the indication from Chanel. She must have gone to a different finishing school than me. I hold my hand the other way when I'm indicating a 3. You see that, Josh? You had the 3 that way. Yeah. But, well, what finishing school did I go to? I'm yet to complete that task. At any rate, Chanel, we had a chat with her mum earlier in the week, Kate, and 3 shots it is. So, high fives all round. In Division 2, we've got the final across there, so it's going to be Nambucca heads up against Harrington. Nambucca have had a easy enough run through the knockout stages, whereas Harrington, they had a dominant win over East Maitland in the semi-final this morning, but they went down in a tight, they got up, in a tight one over Wenty Leagues yesterday afternoon. So Harrington and Nambucca heads, a North Coast flavour there in the Division 2 Women's Pennant Finals. We'll let you know how those games are progressing. We've got our Gophers. They'll be about with a little piece of paper to bring us updates. Sophie Payne went and sailed that one. It is a slightly risky. It's a slightly risky strategy when you go to the full length, as Sophie Payne did with this jack roll. I know she'd be under instruction, but on a green of this pace, we know these minor inconsistencies get magnified. And I'm not surprised at all to see Sophie just a bit anxious with the second bowl. Pulls up 2-3 metres short. But she won't be on her Pat Malone doing that today. Lots of good players out there. And as we say, these greens are getting up probably over 17 seconds now. Doesn't worry Taryn Keir. She has just gone and done her job. That is good leading. This is where the job of the second gets so important. Basically, you need to pick up your lead if they have missed. And Katie Astley playing as lead number 2 effectively here. A little bit cautious, but goodness me, there was some good finish on that bowl. I'm looking around, I'm a bit envious of my colleagues from the Jindabyne A-Divinity team. Most of them have a glass of something in front of them. I've got my cup of tea that'll keep me going through to the conclusion of this contest. Currently the masterboard has Merrylands on top, 8 shots to 6. Josh has just updated that. Katie with an excellent correction there. Probably second shot. Yeah, so 5-0 next door to twin sister Samantha Nerona. And now this hot pink bowl of Rachell. Chakouch now, Chanel. Still got this away on a good track. Get the inside face of Rachell Sharne. This looks a bit tentative from Louise. Expect she'll tidy up with the next one. We see almost all of the bowls have cut the head here, so that's telling me that there is more finish than what the players might have expected. Chanel gets down to sit this bowl. That'll be number one. What a shot, Chanel Chakouch. She played for that finish, gave herself a chance to rest the shot bowl. And at this stage, that's going to take some beating. Louise Cronan, she's in a better area here. Just going to be under the line slightly. The weight was excellent. Well, here is that bowl of Chanel's once again. You can see that big finish at the end there, turning away hard, but found the seat. And when we talk about missing in good areas, that's a good area to be missing there. Give yourself a chance to land something, a chance to trail the jack. That is Sophie Payne at the back, so... Oh, sorry, it's not Sophie Payne, that's Katie Astley. I've had my first blip of the day. Mark that one on your bingo cards, folks. Oh, super effort there from Natalie Lewis. Might be in the count. Peter Hearn reminding us that Harrington is manning Great Lakes region. Nambucca mid-North Coast, but it's all North Coast to me. I'm from Jindabyne, Peter. Everywhere's North Coast for me. The South Coast is the North Coast. Just, once again, a little tentative there. Oh, we're seeing lines go up, down, left, right. Doesn't really matter. We're here enjoying these beautiful pictures. Natalie Lewis hasn't given that one the right amount of send. That was that time Sophie Payne at the front getting popped up. I'm sure someone's having us on here that these blinds seem to have a mind of their own. Now, Leanne being asked to steady. Now being asked to swing. Now being asked to go with it. And now falling out. What a great effort there, Leanne Chinery, but what a great catch. Sophie Payne claims the mat. It was Katie Astley who had the position bowl. Watch this on the replay. Just couldn't quite go with it there. A super effort from Leanne. Now in men's Division 2, we are down to the final there. It's going to be Belrose taking on East Maitland. Belrose previously accounting for Kempsey Macleay in this morning's semi-final, and Wiseman's Park yesterday afternoon in the quarters. Ballina have fallen at the final hurdle to what is a good-looking East Maitland side, and it will be Belrose for Metro North East up against East Maitland for Greater Newcastle region in men's Division 2 Pennant finals. Thank you to Keir Rachell for these fabulous graphics. Trust that you're enjoying these pictures as we're enjoying. Bring them to you here from the perch here at the beautiful Figtree Sports. home of the Figgy Falcons. Sophie Payne, a little bit of rocks and diamonds, probably a nervy start for her. We know she's got just immense talent and immense ability, and well regarded as a very competent draw bowler. We've seen her already at such a young age in state finals. In region sides, in junior sides, and expect, well, she can go as far in bowls as she wishes, Sophie Payne, but Taryn Keir has got her measure early. Next door, though, Samantha Nerona has the measure of Kay Moran. It is 7 shots to 0 on the neighbouring rink. Katie Astley won't be the first player to just be searching a little bit for this weight. And here's another one, Rachell Sharne. Again, searching for it a little bit. That one's going to go and disappear, as it turns out. And Rachell just had a little walk to the back of the rink, chastising herself. Katie Astley looks to be on a much better track here. This will be number 1 in a moment. Katie Astley, take a bow. What a bowl. Little touch of Parks in behind. Well, that's what you expect. Very rarely will she miss twice, Katie Astley. Rachell Sharne, this is a much better effort here. Tied the weight up, just sliding past. Now it's Chanel. This looks to be similarly pointed to Katie Astley's bowl. And it's just going to go drifting by. See, Louise Cronan. She played a couple of, well, specials to start the match. And Taren Point holding sway on this rink, but it's Samantha Nerona next door who's doing the damage for Merrylands. Merrylands 11, leading Taren Point 6. 8 ends have been completed. Pace of play not likely to be an issue here. These are some very professional outfits. They know what their job is. Louise Cronan, she knows what her job is, just skipping past there. And it's Katie Astley who continues to hold sway. Natalie Lewis strolls to the mat. Bowl in hand. Been passed to her by a teammate. I suspect that was Katie. She's seen her do that a little bit. We played against one another at possibly the coldest tournament I've ever played in. The King and Queen at Canberra North. I happened to run into her and Harvey McAllister. That tournament in the snow, if you don't mind. That was that was good fun. The green wasn't running quite this pace, as you can imagine. So some discussion here. Which way to get to a shot currently probably 2 with that last bowl of... He'd be close for 2 with the last bowl of Natalie Lewis. The option there really, if the white bowl is currently second shot, you can play the backhand without fear. Can't make the count worse by doing so. Taking her time, poising herself. She's flipped the bowl over in the hand once or twice though here. Leanne Chinery. And she's going to opt to play the forehand. I think at this stage, largely, it's much for muchness, really. She's going to play the hand that she feels gives her the best opportunity of success. And also, speed's important here. She can potentially get a little slide off the front and get in for second shot. Yep, has done so. Natalie Lewis, yeah, she's put her hand up with that one. A little bit too cautious there. A little bit cautious again from Leanne Chinery. It's going to be 1 shot to Merrylands. 5 shots Natalie Lewis, 6 shots Leanne Chinery. We're going to have a look at Women's Division 3 now. And in Women's Division 3, the final between Camden and South Tamworth. Camden accounting for Mount Lewis by 10 shots only in the end. They were leading by a significant amount more. Josh Berry tells me that Mount Lewis struggled to adapt to apparently the slower greens here than Windang. They must have been flying at Windang. Whereas South Tamworth looked unencumbered in getting past Old Bar, 59 shots to 21. So those are your finalists in Division 3. And Joe Briggs tells me that she's very proud of her 2 young girls. So there's 3 members currently of the State 4s, Women's State 4s runners-up playing in Division 3. So Joe Briggs, Ella Cameron, Charlie Cameron in that South Tamworth side, but Camden won't have any fear. And Taren Keir, well, she has been absolutely deadly up front here. Taren Point do have the mat next door, so Moran is off the mark. Good effort from Sophie. I think when you're playing against somebody who's donking it on with the consistency of Taren Keir, you can feel a bit down on yourself if you're not going with her perfectly. What Sophie Payne has achieved there, she's got 2 bowls in very useful and usable areas. And that gives Katie Astley, Chanel Chakouch and Natalie Lewis opportunities. And it'll be Katie Astley first. Forehand looking to reach up through the bowl of Sophie Payne or under for the jack or the shot bowl. She's not too far away. The high side isn't quite where she wanted to be. Superb effort. So good effort there from Rachell, just pulling up a little bit short. Another metre on that would have been intriguing. Katie Astley, well, she's been given a really good guide there. Anything inside that pink bowl gives herself a massive chance to get to the shot. Something like this, folks. Katie got it. Not quite good enough. That's unlucky. That might have been the hot shot that Keir was looking for had Katie Astley got that absolutely perfect. As I say, she's one of my girls, Katie Astley. I do respect her competitive nature. Well, careful here. This is Rachell. Sharne just goes and runs it in. Probably not exactly as intended, but this is what I talk about so often. You're playing with positive weight. Once you reach the jack, you are a massive chance. Looking for touches here is Natalie Lewis. One feels that's about the only way to get shot. You might possibly be able to draw right to the lip of the green. Once again, Josh has got his work cut out for him. He's going to just track that one down. You can see the jack. The shot bowl is to the left-hand side where the square-topped marker is. There. And the jack under the circle-topped marker. So, theoretically enough room to get inside that. Chanel had a fantastic effort. She's ended up only being maybe a foot short of doing just that. On this quick green, particularly where it gets rock hard, you can see there's some little cores being taken from the surface just to help with growth in some of these high traffic areas, but they tend to run really freely. And Josh, beautiful pictures tracking this bowl. Chanel needs to get past that last bowl to give it a chance. Currently one shot and an almost unbeatable one in the ditch. To Taren point. It's okay. It's Taryn point on the board. What a shot, what a replay. It's the one that did it. That's very annoying. Natalie trying to draw exactly to the ditch. Chanel cheekily put the toe out and then thought the better of it. Now Leanne Chinery looking to pull up at the back there. No, Chanel's got the big wicket-keeping gloves on. So yes, it's the pink bowl in the ditch. That bowl of Chanel's didn't get kicked over there, but almost looked that way on the replay. So she got her boot to it. But I was just saying, you can still draw this shot, but you have to be almost millimetre perfect. Finish right on the plinth. This one won't do it. Right, I like this call. None of them are touches except ours. Go for it. So the plan is probably backhand with firm weight. Look to sit through Chanel. She can sit and stay. Potentially bring in another 2. Yeah, Leanne Chinery, that's under the line. We'll see what happens yet. And one shot it is to Taren point. And, well, this was the bowl that did it. Sharne on that good high line, giving it a chance and running straight back into the ditch. That might be the hot shot. Josh will...
Sorry to drag you to Wollongong.
I'm still stuck here.
It was not that much to see.
Well, we weren't going to hit the video button. We were going to hit the other button, weren't we? We'll get the camera pointing at the other end. We'll see what Taryn Keir can deliver for us on this end. Sophie Payne. Just a bit tentative. I understand why there's been a few occasions where the jack's been right up near the tee, and anxiety inducing for some players. You don't want to lose your bowl, but equally you don't want to pull up that far short either. So Taryn Keir currently with 2. Sophie Payne, back her to improve on this. Well, that's another house for me. Put my house on that. Sophie Payne corrects well. Dougie is watching from Bulgaria. Mark that off on your bingo card, folks. Good morning to you, Dougie, and to all of our fans in Eastern Europe. And wherever you're watching around Australia or around Eastern Europe or the world. You're seeing some super bowls. This is a great one here. Rachell Sharne. Look at this. Well done. Great steering through the hole. Draws shot. She's played a couple of big bowls the last few ends. She looked up towards us in the commentary position and said, yeah, I can play a bit. Don't you worry about me. Tell you what, Katie Astley's not too far away here. Just needed that same gate. It's protected the jack a little bit too with where that white bowl has been turned over, so some defence there for this shot bowl, and what a shot bowl it was. Now, she played it so well. Going to go again. That one of Katie's sort of in the eye, and as a result, it was given a bit of an extra push. Has stayed up importantly at the very back of the rink, so that one might come in handy before you know it. Katie. Well, that's going to come in handy too, I think. That's the first and only back bowl for Merrylands at this point. Next door it is 11-1. After 6 completed ends, so somebody's pressed the wrong button there. I'm probably guilty of that. Fortunately, we have the technology to update. Chanel going close. Thank you, Dean Hodges. He's come past with refreshments. It's a big bottle of water. Just what I wanted. I do appreciate the support of our Bowls New South Wales team. Working together to deliver these great events, bring you these great pictures, and keep you connected with what's going on around the sport. Chanel. She's in a good zone again, just going to fade past. Gets to her own, beats it. Well, that's going to be possibly 2 seconds there. And Chinery getting the crew together for a high five session. Now Josh is our masterboard add up after those changes. 16-8. Yes, it does. 12 ends. Oh, well done. He's a consummate professional. And then Josh driving the cameras today. It's Leanne Chinery, though. She's going to be driving this bowl. She won't be. Oh, she won't be driving. She'll be steering this bowl, perhaps. And look to steer another one close here for Taren Point. Help work away at this deficit that's being brought about next door. Next door it is Kerry Farrell, Sharne Farrell, Annabelle Teague and Samantha Nerona. And they are doing the damage for Merrylands. The twin sisters skipping the women's pennant rinks. This is pretty close here from Nat. Gets through the front, up and over once more. Oh, you can see there Louise saying it's a 1, but it's a wobbly 1. A bit shaky. That pink bowl is looking a little bit isolated now. And again, we might see what the attacking intent is from Merrylands. Natalie Lewis still has an option. Going to slip past, get to the back of the rink, so I don't think it's going to be big weight. Chanel saying you can get to it on the forehand. Still with a draw. She may have had an idea of just looking to go that pink bowl. But it turned out it was just the conservative approach, but probably the sensible one. Division 4, we're through to the final there, and it's going to be Southwest Rocks against St Ives. So Southwest Rocks, they did account for Taren Point, who we're seeing here this afternoon in this morning's semi-final after a hard-fought battle against Scarborough-Wombara Thirroul composite side. Whereas St Ives from the North Shore of Sydney, they got past Cowra this morning by 8 shots after a 2-shot victory over Kingscliff in yesterday afternoon's men's Division 4 Pennant State Final. So Southwest Rocks and St Ives will have those results in for you on Bowls Link very, very shortly. And very, very shortly also the over 40s pairs qualifying nominations will close Tuesday the 11th of August at midnight. So if you are aged between 40 and 59 and you're a current bowling member of a Bowls New South Wales affiliated club, you and your partner can get your entry in and come and enjoy the fun of the over 40 pairs. Qualification places available through all 16 regions. Multiple places available based on entry numbers in your region. So we look to create a little bit of equity there in terms of who and where and how many opponents you need to beat to reach a state final. And here's Sophie Payne correcting admirably. Once again, it's not shot, but they're 2 bowls in effective areas. And it's something that we hear about a lot from our representative players, our Australian players, even just the good club players, right? Making sure that if you do miss, you miss in an effective area. Give yourself a chance to be picked up by your second or third. Somebody in your team has an opportunity to get in there and get a bit more happening. Well, Josh just tells me there was another big collect next door. 5 shots to Merrylands. Step into my office. It's lovely. Oh, it's just what we say at Bowls New South Wales. We're going to introduce your special guest commentator. Have you brought your sunglasses? So we're going to welcome in for the very first time as we see another great shot there from Taren Point. Special guest commentator, introduce yourself.
Jessica Tell.
Jessica Tell, the short version. Lovely to have you back, Jessie.
Oh, lovely to be here.
I'm a little bit disappointed not to see you out there playing, but only because...
You and me both, Nick. You and me both.
Because I love seeing you in action. But
Oh, thank you.
Merrylands just too good for you this morning.
Yeah, look, the conditions were a lot easier this morning, less breezy, which was nice. Look, unfortunately, we did come into our state pennant finals missing a number of our players, as you know, to Glasgow in Selena, Ellen, Jamie, and then obviously Kaz came back in quite late into the, which we do appreciate. But a full-forced Merrylands against, a team that is missing some very, very key players. Although we fought very, very hard this morning and gave it our all, they were just too good.
Yes, so it's been some very impressive performances from all the players. This game has been really back and forth. Samantha Narona next door doing the damage in this one. She leads 16 shots to 1, would you believe,
Wow.
over Moran. But here it's been tit for tat. And Chanel now being asked to play. I suggest pretty positive at this. It's a good, confident draw.
She was unreal this morning, Chanel, as always.
And yeah, just floating past on the high side. You can see that weight, though, all the way to the back of the rink. If it parks up there, that might give another little option.
They're 3 down in the head currently.
Yes.
2 to 3. 3.
So yes, no, you've picked it up very quickly here, Jessie.
I'm trying my best.
You're a pro. So
I
yes.
should think so.
Well, it's going to be 4 in a moment.
Don't know has the brown.
Maybe not. Katie Astley at the back. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that.
Help me see.
Keir O'Shea's coming to get the blinder out, and it is more weight from Chanel this time.
She does have the back bowl. Well,
Pings a couple out.
I don't think it's going to affect the count, though, because she did take one of their closest out in the process. So it's probably still going to be, I'm going to say 4.
Yeah. Yes, exactly right. Probably it's not quite the result that we're after here. Watching on the replay, you can see it takes out the wing bowl, but it also pushes through
That back one of theirs, too.
the back one of Sophie Payne, and I think punched Katie Astley off the green too. So not the best result for Chanel.
No.
But
look, it doesn't look... You're still going to be confident at this, though. We'll see Leanne probably just try and tuck the jack away to make that shot a little bit harder for Nat, because I'm sure that's what Nat's seeing at the moment.
Certainly doesn't want to sit one jack high.
Absolutely not.
Frame
no.
it up.
And Taren Point do have the one at the back as well, so look, it's probably not too bad.
There we are.
I can see again.
There we are. Jessie Cattell can see. We've had the blinds come down, so beautiful winter sunshine here this afternoon.
Well, she hasn't made this any easier, and may have been 1 in, 1 out from Leanne, but the jack is still there. She's probably going to just be looking to confidently draw, try and land the bowl, trail the jack herself, cut it down.
Yeah, well, missing on the tight side would have been okay with that sort of speed.
Wow.
Bumped through at the back. There's a lot of catches there, but they're all pretty well mixed up. And the best back of Chanel looks to be probably irrelevant now. I can't see the jack getting through
No, to be
with
awfully
any
difficult.
confidence. So expect it'll be, well, just got to draw it cold, just about.
Hands up again. Nestle in there.
Well, that does block off the...
The only port that the jack could get through is now blocked.
If it wasn't going back before, it's doubly not going back now.
Look, there is a shot that Nat can get through that front one and possibly get all 3 contact onto the jack out that to the left-hand side of screen there. But she probably just confidently draw this again. She wasn't far off, just got to drop a touch of weight.
I think at this stage, given the scoreboard to Merrylands, you don't need to be doing anything silly here.
Absolutely.
Even if it is, well, it's going to be 3 down at least. She turned her back on that immediately, knew it was a bit light.
I'm going to say 4, possibly 5 with Louise at the back there.
That's going to be a big swing, and if Kay Moran can pick up a shot on the next door rink.
She's got second.
Something that we spoke about with Zoe Davies this morning. I had her lovely company on the in the commentary position, and
very nice.
Speaking about when both teams get going at the same time, how quickly you feel you can catch up, because the scoreboard, it doubles and triples, and it is 4 shots to Taren Point. So Leanne Chinery picks up a 4, moves on to 12. We're going to have a look at Women's Division 4. We are through to the finals of that as well, and it's going to be wrong, Keira, wrong, incorrect. Jindabyne Adaminaby did get beaten by Lake Cat-Eye, which means that
I was going to say they're at the back
Lake
there.
Cat-Eye are in the final against the composite side, Weewar, Lightning Ridge and Narrabri. Jindabyne Adaminaby are sitting to our right in the commentary position, and they're having a well-earned refreshment after their big campaign. So it is actually Lake Cat-Eye up against Weewar, Lightning Ridge, Narrabri, the composite team. I was hoping for a Jindabyne Adaminaby to have 5 clubs represented in a final.
Oh, right, okay.
That was what I was cheering for. That way everybody wins, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, I have a soft spot for Lake Cat-Eye. I was speaking with a lot of the members this morning. My grandparents actually live in Lake Cat-Eye and bowl at the club, so they do know me very well and I know them. So little soft spot, and quietly hope that they win.
Lake Cat, of course, home of the Big Bowl, one of the great Australian things.
Absolutely.
Adam Innerby, home of the Big Trout. Robertson, home of the Big Potato. You've been to Robertson and seen the Big Potato?
I have not,
It looks
no.
pretty ordinary.
I've seen the big prawn somewhere. I don't know where
Big
that is.
prawn in Ballina.
That's where it is.
Now we're going to see, well, we hope, a big bowl here. Taryn Keir, she started the game so well, Jessie.
She is fabulous.
And I said the challenge for Sophie when you're playing lead against somebody who's playing as well as Taryn Keir is, you feel that you're disappointed in your shots even when, you know, you're not nailing it to that standard. So you just need to be conscious that your bowls are in effective areas.
Absolutely.
Don't worry about necessarily getting back touches and front touches all the time because that's what your opponent's going to do.
Often leads try to nail the jack and be perfect, and they tend to fall short and not in those good homes, as you said.
The Michael Wilkes pet hate.
Oh.
If you finish 2 metres short, it's because you're getting greedy, trying to draw front touches, he tells me. Now, before we go any further, I'm just going to take you around the grounds. Nambucca heads 4, Trail Harrington 15 after 10 ends here in the Division 2 finals. Camden 6, Trail South Tamworth 10 through 8 ends, and Lake Cat-Eye, previously mentioned, and soft spot of Jessie Cattell 7, Trail Weewar, Lightning Ridge, Narrabri Composite
Very close
9.
game.
We want to see close games here. Having said that, though, how is it when you win a game or you lose a game by 1 shot, 2 shots? You go back and you review everything. Oh, what could have been this?
Yes.
That makes it hard.
Just one ineffective bowl, 1 shot. But yeah, a lot of people say, I'd rather lose by 1,000 than just 1.
It is hard, but there can only be one winner here at the BCiB Women's State Pennant Finals. This is Division 1. This is the final. And this is Merrylands up against Taren Point. A little bit untidy at this stage, the head.
Merrylands holding 1.
Yeah, it looks to be
Katie
Astley
playing
bowl, and
second.
one further to Sam Nerona on the next drink. 16 shots the margin through 8 ends.
Wow.
And after seeing how well Kay Moran and her troop of left-handers got on this morning.
Yeah, they've been unreal. And the thing is, they bring the noise, they bring the energy as
Oh,
well.
absolutely.
So it can be quite intimidating at times.
The CEO came around, the Chief Energy Officer. She just...
I love that.
She just brings it, doesn't she? Well,
Great shot from Louise.
Louise Cronan, she brings it 2 and makes 2 for Taren Point. And pressure applied now to Chanel.
Just another bowl in the area would be nice. Second shot even, I'm sure. Not
Just
too
going to be
far
down to the
though.
speed here. Can she get right back in time? Not quite.
She doesn't need to correct much though with her second, with that one just passing the head. Drop 2 feet away and she's got the shot. Louise probably just going to be looking to nail this jack. Little touch is not too bad. Make it a little tougher for Merrylands.
Yeah, you can see the positive intent there. A little trail was okay too. You know, down the line a foot to the other white bowls would have been good.
Absolutely.
So for Chanel, not much needs to change. I think Natalie was interested early. Katie certainly is.
Weight looks better.
Being
Still
urged to move. It's the
travelling.
same bowl. It's the same bowl, Jessie.
Wow. Consistent grouping.
Some of us would love to have grouping that consistent. But
Leanne,
takes
yeah,
some skill. Leanne.
just looking to nail this jack, I think.
Yeah.
If she can draw a toucher, sit in front of it, makes Nat's shot a lot harder.
We've got players hyping themselves up around the green. I see Sophie Payne. She's gone and had a chat with her support team. Had a drink of water.
There's quite a few Merrylands and Taren Point supporters
Well,
out there.
It's not a million miles from either club. I mean, Merrylands is a bit more of a trip, but
It's pretty good here from Leanne. She's got to hurry a touch. Oh, well, it's not making things easier for Nat.
Merrylands fans everywhere. There's Taren Point fans, they've made the trip 40 minutes or so only up the road to Taren Point.
Possibly could see Nat just not muck around with this and just whack it with her first.
Yeah, I think so. She's asking
I think,
permission.
you're playing like Chanel, just falling, like just travelling a little bit, and she's wide of the head, and they're still currently 3 down and trying to draw.
Well, it's...
She's just got to be under that Taren Point bowl in the front.
Yeah, I like it's a good direct line here. Down to the speed, just left it a little short.
Yeah. That track was amazing.
Yeah, I like what you say, but if you're going to do it, I think you have to play it with the first bowl. Give yourself a chance to clear a few out.
Yeah, make your second shot easier.
So now you're sort of pot committed if you are.
And the thing
Samantha,
is, with the added weight, you risk turning another Taren Point bowl into the head. Leanne's just got to get either side of this. Uh-oh.
Oh, well, that's improved things very much for Natalie. And
Holding one, Merrylands. Call from Chanel.
I think she can play a pretty similar sort of bowl here. Look to miss on the higher side if she's going to miss anywhere, right?
You add 2 feet of weight. You're up over your own. Even if you're getting to the inside of Leanne's, you're probably still getting a second shot out of that.
So expect something fairly similar here from Natalie Lewis.
Definitely on the higher side.
It's, just a little bit on the firm side in the end.
Safe, I think.
Well, yeah, it's rare to say that playing with that sort of firm weight is safe, but it really was in that instance. Not a lot could have gone terrible.
I think for Nat, she put her first down, and after her first bowl, she was still 3 down. So she feels quite fortunate enough to have the shot before she has to play her second bowl. And she was a bit tentative, set it on a higher line. You just see the girls regrouping in the middle of the green here.
While they're doing that, we'll let you know what's been going on in Men's Pennant Division 3. So the final is going to be Maitland City up against St John's Park. So the Hunter Valley region represented by Maitland City, Metro Southwest by St John's Park. Wenty Leagues were the victims for St John's. They went down by 7 shots, while Maitland City, geez, there's some score in that game. Are you sure they weren't playing 4 or 5 rinks worth of players? That's incredible. 91-47. I'd like to check Keir O'Shea's maths on that, but I'm sure she's got it right. That's incredible. So Maitland City, St John's Park are your finalists in Men's Pennant Division 3. Those results will be through on Bowls Link very shortly. Natalie Lewis has given her troops a little bit of a
pep talk.
Yeah, I think that's all it is at this stage.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, all they need to do with the score line on the other rink, they've just got to win the end. Keep it close so that the other girls can do their job. Picking up a 1 each end is highly beneficial, and honestly, that's all they need to do for the next 12 ends.
Yeah, you're not quite at the stage where you're happy to be dropping ones all the time.
No.
To just see the ends, the number of ends reduce, but you're still at the point where we need to.
Well, it looks like Merrylands have picked up another multiple on the end ring.
Oh, wow. And super shot there to get us underway from Sophie Payne. That little word from Natalie Lewis might have had the desired result.
Yeah, sometimes it's just taking a minute for your team and letting them regroup and refocus, reset.
Well, I've just seen came around. She was having a chat with Coach Ray Pearce.
Raise up.
So, pretty handy ally to have in your corner. We heard all about the great impact that he's had since he's been at Taren Point. And what a mentor. What hasn't he done in the sport, Ray Pearce?
Oh, I know, yeah. It looks like the advice that he's given Kay, obviously things aren't going quite their way with that scoreline. So Katrina Wright, she may not necessarily be playing poorly on the side that she has been playing, but Cameron has asked her to switch sides of the rink, and that can just change the dynamics of a game, set heads up differently.
Well, he's a cluey operator.
Absolutely.
Ray Pearce. John Green in the crowd here. He's got, would you believe, a glass of beer in his hand. John Green, remarkable.
You wouldn't believe it.
Oh. Having a chat with Dean Hodges. He's probably here seeing one of my mates, his nephew, Matty Brown. So it's been good to catch up with some old friends, make some new ones here at Figtree Sports over the last few days. It's been brilliant to have your company wherever you've been watching around Australia or around the world. With Nick Hind and Jesse Cattell.
Very
and you're
close.
seeing...
What a shot.
Oh.
Beautiful bowl.
Well, those pink bowls have been prominent. And
then there's nothing past the head also. So Nat just asking Katie Astley to try and draw one close, but ideally finishing within 2 feet past the head, so that it is an effective bowl and can build the head to make shots easier. She's just dropping her weight, I believe.
yeah, very important to be passed with that bowl.
Absolutely.
So, saw the replay of a beautiful bolt from this lady here, Sharne.
That's a great shot.
Well, yeah, gets back.
Absolutely.
It almost feels like a respot sort of shot. Go back and cover the tee, but that's really going to cover so much territory at the back of the rink. So as Josh pulls that camera out, we'll show you where that's finished, but you can see the pink bowl at the bottom of the picture. That just covers all of that territory at the back of the rink and doesn't allow Chanel to play crazy weight at this. Tell you what, she's pretty close though.
Great
We'll get
shot.
Sophie Payne up and over through. That's class.
It's not all bad for Taren Point though. Like, they've still got everything to play for at the back of the rink. If they can get that jack moving, again, Merrylands will be in a position where they don't have anything past the head.
Well, let's have a look at this again on the replay. Chanel, the speed of this shot was the crucial thing.
Absolutely. She played it to absolute perfection.
Yeah, she's classy competitive at just 18 years old.
We're going to see a similar sort of pace here from Louise. She can hold high of this, get past. Well, no damage done.
Well,
Nat just asking for something about 2-3 feet past the head.
exactly as you identified, Jessica.
Yeah.
It's remarkable.
You would think I played this
It's like you've played once or twice before. Brilliant. No, it's it's a great pickup because we needed something back there. It's another multiple picked up on the neighbouring rink. So 20-1 is not the time. That is the score.
You know what, though? They have 11 ends, 12 ends to go. There's plenty of time. Here we go.
Well, particularly if Taren Point can play shots like that,
Yep.
that's going to make maybe two.
I want to say 2.
The pink bowl of Chanel at 3 o'clock's 9 o'clock is the one holding it out, but this is Louise Cronan at her best. Once again, good positive call, good positive intent, and played it with great confidence, got the shot bowl out of the head, neat. And
Not just looking to draw
girls
on her
on
backhand.
fire.
That will just need another one in the head here.
Well, all of a sudden that pink Chanel Chakouch bowl is looking a little bit lonely. That's the only bowl that Merrylands have realistically within a fair margin.
They do have, I believe it's Katie Astley's bowl in the front there, but really, if you're wanting to draw the shot, you're probably going to need to be around that. Leanne's sort of got to play either side of Katie Astley's bowl, I believe.
So, yeah, Rachell.
She could actually play the other hand with Taren point on the running, and with the opportunity that if she does get round, she could possibly land that bowl of Chanel's, but
I think
we're just going to try and nail it. Maybe get down to the jack.
Yeah, line up backhand. Well, even if she gets down to the Rachell Sharne bowl, the pink at the back of the rink there, and falls back,
she's going to count.
Likely to count there, so
it's just the bowl in the front there that she wants to stay off. The weight looks okay.
As I said, good conservative
Triple in.
line.
Well,
That's in.
yep. Not making things much easier, unfortunately. Nat's just got to follow that one down. Beat that last, you get the shot.
Oh, I think she's more interested in this one. The body language is certainly improved. The body language from
away.
Chakouch is improving. Can she park up here? Natalie
That's a great
Lewis.
shot. Just travelling.
Oh, well,
Still with a 1, I think.
it's cut certainly a few out. And now,
Yeah, she's just going to be out to that Taren point, a blue and white bowl in the front. She can finish inside Chanel's pink bowl. She goes awfully close to getting second shot. If she's tight, she's up through her own. Jack movement's not bad either, so
I wonder if they were trying to find a way that they could get to that last bowl, but it's really not easy, is it? It's just not available to push it through the head.
the
So
thing is, I think getting down to the jack is just as good here. If she can trail the jack a foot, she makes 3. So she gets that number back, even 2 foot. If she turns her own with that amount of speed, she's going to hold 2. So everything to play forward down on the forehand.
so
No real danger.
no, as you say, it's safe.
It's all about weight here. Even if she lands her own shot bowl, she shouldn't be moving too far where...
Well, looks to have pushed it on the high side.
She's got to pass that.
Tips the shot bowl over and in.
Just wanted to make sure of it.
Certainly takes the measure out, and a tape's going to go out here. So it's the red of Leanne Chinery against the white.
Another number for Merrylands over on that other rink takes them to 23-1.
Wow. So 3 shots it was on the neighbouring rink, and 1 shot only to Taren point on this rink. So Merrylands 28, Taren point 14. Players.
With just the 2 rinks of ladies playing, it is hard to make up for big numbers. So even if Kay can minimise the damage and keep them to 1s or pick up 1s, you are helping in the process. But dropping large numbers and only having the 2 rinks makes it really difficult to then catch up when there is a bit of a gap.
Well,
Pretty fair start here again.
this is the sort of bowls that will help, though.
Absolutely.
She's
She's a little super lead.
been outstanding, yes. Yeah, I'll take one of those every day. It sets up the team so well, takes so much pressure off the rest of your quartet.
Taryn playing well for Taren point.
That's, what other club would you play for?
Right? I don't think she can.
I still haven't received my contract with Golden Hind Bowling Club on the Central Coast. I'll wait for that in the mail. Well, you've just put the mock on her there, Jessica Tell.
So I think she got a little excited.
You've wrapped her, and then she's gone and dumped one straight into the pit.
It's the old commentator's curse, isn't it?
It's unbreakable. Now, Sophie Payne just looked to dial this back only fractionally.
Just a slight overcorrection, unfortunately, for Sophie, and her line is lovely. Won't be thrilled with that one, and it does make any form of a weighted shot quite hard if you do need to get into it.
We've had some big noise over on the neighbouring rink. The Taren Point fans haven't had a lot to cheer about. And
they all look quite serious over there, don't they?
well, this rink's been fighting the good fight. Leanne Chinery up by 7, but came around down by 22 shots. I wouldn't have believed that as a end of match margin based on how her rink played in the last game. But you can only play as well as your opponents let you.
That's right.
Jessie Cattell, and
sometimes it's just not your day, you know.
Well, we know that this is a vastly experienced, despite the young ages of some of these competitors. The Merrylands team, they are particularly, I think, up front. Kerry Farrell, Sharne Farrell, they've done it all. Been to state finals, been around the game a long time.
Yeah. Probably, all these girls from Merrylands, they play together all the time. They've been at the club for quite some time, so they know each other's game quite well and would be able to gel, which makes the whole process a lot smoother.
So, saw a great correction there from Rachell Sharne. She let the first one disappear into the beach. This was the second one. Oh, you'd be happy with that.
Louise will just look to pass here. She can finish to those back bowls because Merrylands will be looking to touch a jack around the corner, make a number, so she can sort of cover and count here. Or be a bug on the windscreen, either way.
Well, that's, as you say, that's about what it is. It's in a nuisance of a spot. Yeah, you can see the call from Natalie.
Yeah.
If you want to play forehand, you've got to go and belt that. And Chanel has said, yeah, I'd like to do that, please. So, playing good firm weight. And I'll tell you what, she's pretty close here. Jessie, got them both.
Wow.
Oh, one's just hung around.
Well, it's a lot better, though. A lot better. She has made that much better for her second, and Nat to follow.
So, Louise Cronan now have a look to add another one. She's on the backhand. This looks to be tight once again.
She might do the same thing.
Can turn up this bowl at the front, though.
Wow.
And float in. That could well be 2 once again.
She's now just looking to draw around that front one. If she moves it off the line, she's making a draw from that easier, or she just goes the jack here. I've seen her do it.
Oh.
I've seen her go bare jack.
The confidence of some of these young stars. This is the sort of shots they can play.
Give the viewers what they want, you know.
Well, give Jessie Cattell what she wants. I can't wait to see you coaching the BPL. You'll be just bare jacks all day. Let's go. Rick, run it in. Go on.
Well, those who can't play coach, is it?
How dare you say that? I'm sure Karen Murphy's listening.
Oh, no.
She's probably not. She'll be asleep,
She'll
I'd
be
imagine.
asleep.
She looked very weary. I know when you were approached to come and jump on with us this afternoon, Karen had the hand up immediately saying no chance.
I'm going home for a nap. Well-deserved nap, really.
Exactly right. All the players, the support staff, they've had a magnificent campaign in Glasgow. I spoke to Aaron Tees earlier today during the break, and he said he fell asleep on the lounge last night about 5:30, woke up about 11:30 and could not get back to sleep. So he's running, he was flagging, he said.
Yeah. I'm just looking at this head there, having quite a discussion about it. The only risk in going quite big is that she can rip both Merrylands bowls out.
Yeah, and that was just what we're talking about. So you can still go big for the jack, but if you miss, that bowl goes out that way, and that bowl goes out that way, and we're going to be potentially giving Taren Point free kicks to draw within 2 metres. I know Natalie's still got 2 bowls to come, but I think this is the sensible choice.
Still confident weight.
Probably wanted to be the underneath the front white and sitting the shot bowl, do you think, with that sort of speed?
Well, this is where I think having 2 longer discussions about it can sort of play with your mind a little bit. So they probably had 2 shots in their mind, whether that just be draw it or play that confident weight to get under, land the bowl. You can get the jack moving, move something off the line, but instead Chanel has played a draw line with the confident weight.
Right?
So,
yeah.
and it can be really hard, especially when you're having those quite long, in-depth conversations. I know it's somewhat necessary, but she probably had 2 shots in her mind there.
Something that I like, and you do see the very, very best. One that I love watching at the BPL, Garrett Kelly and Ellen Fife talking together. You call the shot, Ellen. Okay.
Yep.
And that's it.
That's a great shot from Leanne Chinery. Just right in front of the jack, if you don't mind.
This might encourage weight, though, once again.
I think you have to. I don't think you can get...
The only risk is there is a toucher in the ditch that belongs to Taren Point.
Okay.
So,
I mean, at the moment, they're 3 down. What's the worst that can happen?
yeah, exactly right. And I think...
Angle's not there for their bowls now, I don't think.
Well, it protects both Merrylands bowls going out because if you're going to be playing on the line where they're both going out, you're getting something through the front. So,
Well,
Chanel interested?
She might prove me wrong here. Oh.
There was a way off the white onto the 2, but then the commentator's curse strikes again.
I'm just watching it hold.
Well, it probably makes it...
The thing is, it's opened it up for somewhat easier draw. Leanne's just got to beat that one that Louise is
indicating at the
to.
back,
Yeah. She can finish in between those bowls. If she's dropping short, she's drawing another shot.
Well, can get in there to a position where it covers and counts. That would be absolutely the best outcome.
We
at
do
this
love
point.
the old cover and count.
Some scoreboard pressure
I think
needs
she's
to be
just going to be counting here.
reapplied. Well,
Oh.
perhaps not quite. Now,
Still asking for that shot.
playing it.
A draw is difficult. She's just had a runner. She didn't miss it by much. Any contact on that shot bowl currently through the jack. She's a lot closer here.
Playing it the other hand.
Solid.
Gets it.
That's a great shot.
Spins on into the ditch.
Very good
And
shot there.
Natalie hands to the sky. Said, I'm not quite sure what I've got to do to get it. This is a great hit, though. You can see Chanel saying, you go get it, girl. And
He had everything to play for there. Nothing to lose.
without hesitation, it's going to be
She couldn't have got that any better.
bang through the middle. And those 2 on the bank have counted. So it is 2 shots to Merrylands on this rink. Natalie Lewis. Josh is going to
It'll be a
bring up a little graphic, and I'm going to tell you all about the Women's State Pennant Finals that are proudly supported by Destination Wollongong. If this region isn't in your getaway list, it might be time to change that. There are hidden gems to explore, long lunches calling your name, and plenty of reasons to stay a little longer. Whether it's your first visit or it's been a while, Wollongong might just surprise you. Start planning your next escape at visitwollongong.com.au. Well, I can recommend it without any hesitation. We've been beautifully catered for, accommodated, and enjoyed fabulous facilities, greens, friendships.
I will say the only thing I, really was looking forward to was meeting Chris Hemsworth.
Oh, you've missed out.
I've missed out. When I heard he was here,
Are you trading in your current partner for Chris Hemsworth? Is that?
I'm not saying a thing.
No, it's great to have stars of stage, screen, and green here at Figtree Sports. and in the Wollongong region. Seeing some energy still taken out next door. Came around, she's trying to build them up, but just looking a little bit flat.
Great shots from Taren again.
And it was another 2, so 24 shots to 1 next door.
Just the one next door.
Just remarkable, just the one.
Yeah. Look, I think what's important is that Kay and Kate and the rest of her team continue to be loud and upbeat and have that positive influence on the rink next door as well. They're going good. Just because you're not getting the shots, you know, you can have an effect on the team in other ways.
Absolutely, and look, you know, we don't worry about necessarily that rink result. You just have to.
Game.
You just have to be. Yeah, the aggregate's what counts. So
Absolutely.
we'll keep you with it, Merrylands. As they currently in an assertive position, but second half. That's the other way to think about it too. You know, you just come out and start the second half. It's a new game. We'll start now. 0-0.
Yep.
Let's do our best.
That's
Katie Astley, she's looking to do her best work here.
That's where people love set play. Set one's done. Time to restart.
It'd be a brave match committee decision to bring set play into the Pennant competition.
I'm not an advocate for that, but
Look, I do understand some people. I had the misfortune of running into Jay Bruce the first year that I played in the indoor singles qualifiers. I outscored him,
yes.
but you've got to win sets.
And that is the unfortunate thing about sets play. You can score more shots at the end of the day, but still lose the game.
Don't hear too many tennis players complaining about that, though.
No, that's very true.
Everybody knows the conditions before you start the competition. If you don't like them, don't play.
Exactly.
That's my advice.
Yep. We set ourselves up, though, don't we?
Well, always looking for an excuse. Chanel's looking for an excuse to come and draw another one here. Needs to do something here for Merrylands. She's going to get very close to doing it.
Shot.
Yeah, providing some great support to Natalie Lewis.
Does not change the shot from Taren point. Just over the draw. You land the inside of that last bowl, or a bit of movement on the jacks. Not all bad.
Well, this is the sort of bowl that Louise Cronan's been playing really well so far.
She does love these ones.
And
Not a
the
mile
track
away
was
again.
good.
She's just got to hold. Well, that weight was unreal for the shot that she was asked to play. It's another one behind the head.
Yeah, it's finished in probably a home that doesn't give the bowl as much credit as it deserved.
No, but you know, if you get any sort of edge of the jack, it's going to come into play. Two great shots from Chanel.
Oh, Chanel, she's something else, isn't she? Probably got first and third now.
Louise won't change much. Shouldn't. Touch higher.
It's a fair bit higher, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can get down to this last one of Chanel's. Had some speed on it too, I think.
Don't think it's going to stay up on the back of the rink. Might just.
Yeah, the intent there was perhaps a higher line required with the same weight, or a slightly more weight on that tighter line.
Yeah, sometimes.
And you know, we talk about having two ideas. It's so easy, but this is Chanel, and this is what she can do. She's an
Just
absolute superstar.
Just perfect touch, you know.
Carmen Plaza reminding us there is two halves. Well, exactly right. We'll see what happens here in the second half. Currently, Merrylands holding a dominant position.
Was on that higher side. Well, it is
Floats around the back. Second
gonna
prize.
hurt yet.
Yeah.
Not going to hurt there at all. Like I said, I think Leanne's just got to play that confident draw. Just a little touch on the jack. You can make a 3. possibly. You land the bowl, you're not too bad. Probably going to hold 2.
Yes, this is the shot that Jesse Cattell's talking. So we're still playing a draw, but a little bit of jack movement down the line, potentially for 2 or 3. It's one of those ones that requires really impeccable weight.
Weight is key here, absolutely. You know,
But if she's got the weight to sit the pink bowl on the inside, that will be the right sort of weight to move that jack down the line. And looks to be pretty fair in terms of speed here, Jessie.
She's going to get down. Well, it's going to be another one in a really solid home because she can possibly afford to go a little bit more with her next. Try and get it out the back into this pack. Pick up a solid number.
Well, I'll let Natalie Lewis play this bowl, but I can see what you're shaping up there is potentially a big collect at the back of the rink.
Yes.
And if Natalie Lewis doesn't park up, well, that might very well get in the road, make it hard, but there is potentially, if the jack can move somewhere into this region, 1, 2, 3, 4 for Taren point. So have to get the jack sort of squeezing out sideways. But
I think she's either just trying to draw around Nats, get inside. If she can beat Chanel's outside bowl there, she's probably going to, she'll go close for the shot.
It's a hard one, isn't it? Because to get to the pink bowl, you're risking promoting the white bowl.
Yeah, no, that's right. I think she's just got to try and draw around and beat Chanel's wide one. You can probably still get back to the jack. You've got perfect speed.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. It's an absolutely perfect speed. That jack can get moving across and potentially into a home where
she's got nice
a number
weight.
can be created. This is going to be
She's
close
got really
here.
Nice weight.
Clear run to the jack. Oh,
Well, that's a
I
great
tell you
effort.
what, a clear run to the jack there, and that was going to be 4-5.
She had impeccable speed.
Just missing. And it's just going to be one shot to.
Great effort. See Keir running over there. Oh. Massive effort.
Oh, we see on the replay there almost perfectly what we spoke about. That bowl of Natalie Lewis at the front played a big defensive role there. And the scoreboard now reads 9 shots Merrylands on this rink, 13 shots to Taren point. This has been a really good tussle. Keir just finding things not going her way, and Sophie Payne,
Sophie.
she's looking to inflict a bit more on Taren point, shut this game down. We're just over halfway and we're starting to talk about it like it's a foregone conclusion, but that's sort of how it feels, doesn't it, Jesse? The way that Taren point are, having to battle against this all-star Merrylands side, particularly the Keir rink. Expect it's not over yet, though. They're too good to be beaten by this margin.
Absolutely. Like the experience of Skip Keir, she knows that there's always a fighting chance, and she's the one who could do it. Absolutely. She's just got to lead her rink the way I know she can. Stay positive, stay loud.
And keep getting the support of this Leanne Chinery rink.
Yeah.
Leanne Chinery needs to make every post a winner, but Zoe and I spoke about this in the earlier session. There are times where you have to be a little bit selfless, and this is absolutely one of them. This is a team game. The rink outcome is totally irrelevant.
Absolutely.
And so Leanne Chinery may have to play some riskier shots and risk a lead, risk winning the rink to potentially give her team the opportunity to win overall.
Yeah. And it's the same thing for Merrylands, who are, have a lead. At the end of the day, if they're one down and they can make a number but they risk going a number down, maybe sometimes you have to take your medicine and go the one down.
Yep.
But it's the experience at this level. They're all well aware of those situations, and I'm sure are very capable of making those smart decisions when they're necessary.
Well, it's a great thing, and one of the things that I've enjoyed the most in my time broadcasting is learning from the players and then being able to take that back to my game when I'm playing at my club, and you can do that too at home. You know, learn from what the best players do. They do it for a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
And whether that's, you know, make strong calls, whether they are very, you know, crystal clear with their actions, just how they compose themselves on around the greens. Down to simple things like reapplying sunscreen, Jessie Cattell.
I'm a redhead. It's just a curse is what it is. It doesn't matter how much sunscreen I apply, I'm still getting burnt.
You have improved. I think when you came off the rink, you were looking a little bit more pink than you are now. But
had the chance to settle down and
go home and have a cool shower. A little touch on the jack there. Makes 2 was the indication from Leanne.
Chanel will just be looking to follow this one down. Just draw the shot. And the pink bowl. Any jack movement's not all bad. They've got some at the back there.
Been a little bit rocks and diamonds so far from Rachell Sharne, but she's playing another goodie there and has set things up favourably for Taren Point. This young lady here, though, Chanel, expect.
She's on a pretty good line for her bowls.
I expect she'll go close just because she's quality. It makes it very easy.
Pretty good line.
Oh, it's a super effort. Back to 1.
And it's just another one within the vicinity. So Nat will be happy with that. And really not much correction necessary with the next one. So Louise just trying to tuck this jack away. Get to it first.
Well, just going to be obscured there, but this is a pennant final. We understand that the players are conscious of the cameras, but they're not in the heat of the moment. They're very excited.
They laugh about it later, though.
Well, we laugh about it with them. I know I've threatened for years to have the electric dog collar, but we're not actually that worried. Enjoy bringing you these great pictures, and trust you're enjoying it too. 2 shots currently to Taren Point, and they do need them.
The higher line here from Louis. The weight's probably not too bad. Not going to get back.
Taking a little bit of speed off. It's okay though. It's still.
It's not out of the game.
In the area. Well, you just never know when it might come in handy.
Bowls like that, I think, are a really good guide because Leanne gets down to the mat end and goes, I just need to be inside Louis' one there. I get another shot. I get to Chanel's.
Well, exactly right. I think, you know,
it's a great guide.
If with the first bowl she can beat that one and potentially roll Chanel once, it might set up an option for a big score. And that bowl being Jack High might come into as we have a.
Nat wanted to bowl. That magpie said, absolutely not.
Some of the local wildlife, and I don't mean the spectators, come swooping across the green.
No. Mine looks to be okay. I think she's just lacking in speed.
Yeah, Chanel gave the indication very early that she felt it wasn't going to be firm enough. And I'm looking over next door, and
looks like
it's
Merrylands.
Kerry Farrell.
Yeah.
It's Kerry Farrell. Almost every single end is holding shot over there. She must be turning on an absolute special.
Well, it's very important lead bowls.
So it's going to be now Leanne. Let's see if she can get down, as Jessie Cattell mentioned. All the way to, well, you can see, that was speed okay to do that. Looking to bump into some of those catching bowls. The ones of Chanel there, potentially get the opportunity to make a number. I've been brought a around the grounds update thanks to Figtree Sports and
That's in the area again.
Greening.
Just got to have her speed.
You can see Chanel was bending and flexing and urging, but nothing you can do once it's out of the hand.
Leanne will just try and draw another one here. Nothing too fancy. A 3 here is good.
Yeah, I think the opportunity existed if she got the right result with the first bowl to maybe look at getting a bit more creative in terms of shot generation. But I agree with you, Jessie. This is the safe, sensible option and has dialed the weight back.
She's taking a pretty good line. Just got to
The
get
girls
down.
are urging it on now.
That's a great
and
shot.
they're clapping it on.
Yep.
Done enough.
Well,
3 shots was the indication. Chanel perhaps not so convinced. No, she surrenders. 3 shots it is. So, Taren point, they need that. There's a few sides that might be needing some shots here. Harrington 25 lead Nambucca Heads 11. That's through 20 completed ends. In Division 3 we have Camden 15, South Tamworth 17. That's pretty close to there. And Lake Cat-Eye 13 are under the pump. Weewaw, Lightning Ridge, Narrabri. The composite team is leading the way there, 30 shots to 13. So
And
that's around the grounds.
Has played a bomb.
Well, it came around. She's shaking her head. And one finger goes in the air from Kate Walker. So
Tables are turning.
here we are. The fight back begins now. Buckle up, folks. Nick Hind and Jessica Tell here with you at the Bowls New South Wales Women's Pennant Finals. It's Division 1 and the amphitheatre that is Green 4 here at Figtree Sports is alive with great bowls, great competition. But a great fight back is going to be required if it is going to be Taren point to usurp Merrylands at this point. Trailing, well, they're being doubled up.
And Taren looks to be really
Taren,
close here
yeah,
again.
yep.
That's 2 excellent lead bowls. One on, one past.
She's getting player of the match for me on this rink. She's got a few mates though.
She's just so consistent.
Just brilliant to watch.
Unfortunately, we can see Sophie's just dropped a touch short with her first, and then
Just pushed
with
it.
the fear of dropping short again, has pushed it. Has stayed up on the back of the rink though, so not completely out of
Might
it.
come in handy.
Yes.
So we've seen, as I say, the proclivity of these players, particularly the twins Natalie and Samantha. They've got plenty of power.
We're about to see Jack.
Oh,
Ooh.
little kiss on that.
Good touch.
Again, that might come in handy as well. You never know. We've seen, particularly on this rink, we've seen quite a few instances where the jack has gone in the beach and players have been frantically searching for a toucher to go and push up and push onto it.
The ditch region doesn't look really hard to just draw to. Katie
Wow.
Astley in the area.
Tee looks pretty easy for Katie Astley to draw to here. What a shot. Katie.
Well, just calling to draw the shot. If she touches the jack away, that's 3.
Oh, we're hearing the dulcet tones of Kay Moran. Karen Murphy. I must be getting weary. She's up and about. She's doubled her score. And the fight back begins now. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
And we can see the commentator's curse over there as well.
I've wrapped Kerry Farrell. And she's gone and dumped both 2 metres short. Unbelievable. Even when I'm not calling. I've stopped a few in my time. Katie, pretty good again. Can get a little scrape off the front. That's still in a usable area. I've been told, Jessie, that Katie's going to dial back her bowls commitments a little bit more in
I have heard.
the next little while, just to focus entirely on her studies, and I completely understand that. There's so much going on for these bowlers when they come through, is as you, a recent graduate of junior bowls, when you come through and get into open age, and so many different things going on in your life.
It is really hard to juggle all of those things, and I suppose with age, you do learn to do that. But right now, Katie's at the age where she can prioritise her study, and you can always come back to bowls. You can always come back to bowls.
We saw today we've had my girl Del Turner, who I think has gone home. She was skipping for the Jindabyne Division 4. She's 89.
Yeah, wow.
And she did say, though, that you can always, you can always play bowls, but maybe not play 5 games in 3 days. It was a bit.
It is a lot, much. Yeah, a lot of Pennant games.
But even, as I said, I was speaking with Zoe Davies before, even for those that are teenagers like Zoe, it is still a mental battle.
Absolutely.
And these players, the reason, a big part of the reason why they're at this end of the competition, at this pointy end of the sport, is their mental strength, their focus, the ability to deliver under the pressure of these big match situations. Now,
what's Louis got here?
Just a little bit tight, and that's what I said about that bowl of Katie Astley. It was in that sort of bump-up zone.
Well, it hasn't really changed your shot for Taren Point. Not all bad. Maybe possibly something more to land. Might look to play a little bit more confidently at it. Chanel will just be looking to nestle in. She can get to Louise' bowl behind. Tuck the jack away herself, just gently. Anything past the head is good.
Oh, this is pretty. It's pretty good. It'll help. Certainly doesn't make things any worse. So there is a little opportunity.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to get the telestrator. This is always dangerous. Get your bingo cards ready, viewers. I can stuff this up.
It's actually a similar sort of opportunity to what was set up.
But the trail and back to somewhere in this sort of area.
Yep.
And there's, once again, 1, 2, 3, 4 potential counters for Taren Point. So we'll see what the option is. As I say, once again, playing with that weight, and because it's open now, take the opportunity while it's available to you, because it may not be available with your next bowl.
That's right. Leanne's played these ones so well, with just perfect touch.
Well, that's what Leanne's looking at, and it'll be a trail of the jack around the corner, or sit the shot bowl. So important not to miss high here. If you're missing anywhere, it has to be on the tight side. She's played lovely speed to do some disturbance. Maybe a little firm.
But she has played speed to be in a good area as well. You've got the one bowl up the back of Merrylands. You've got Chanel out to the right-hand side of screen there. But anything to the left-hand side is all in the way of Taren Point.
So we'll see what...
which you can see Chanel is standing quite clearly.
Yes.
where we've pointed out.
It was, I think her toe was exactly
where
I had... Get the jack to here. Well, she's done very, very well, Natalie Lewis.
Just going a touch.
Slide
it's
through.
Still there. The opportunity is still there.
Well, can Leanne Chinery get this jack moving around the corner, set up a big number. They need them here, Taren Point. Still 16 ends to play. This is a tighter line. He did say you don't want to miss on the high side. And that's sort of why. It cuts things down to 1.
I think it'll still be the 2.
Oh, all right, you win. What are you drinking? I'll pour you a glass of water. She's... it's a hard shot to play on this length on a green of this speed. And when we're talking about playing trail weight, it's very, very tricky. It's going
She would have been cautious of that as well. You overplay it just a touch, you risk going a number down if you don't follow through with it. And, 1s, 2s at this point are not too bad. So
it's certainly not terminal, is it?
No, that's correct.
So Chanel's got the tape out. And 1. I'll take that
what are you
drink back.
drinking? Been watching the comm games too much. The angles of those bowls were... Ooh.
So Sophie Payne delivering. Natalie Lewis 10. Leanne Chinery 16. Samantha Narona 27. Cameron 2 currently. So that's the damage being done. Over 40s pairs qualifying. Entries do close the 11th of August. You're not eligible to run in this either, I'm afraid.
Oh, bugger.
So, yeah, you and Zoe...
I'm so disappointed.
You and Zoe Davies can team up in about 20 years.
Sounds good,
25 years.
25 years, Zoe.
For Zoe. Entries do close on the 11th of August. It's a fantastic competition, open to all members. It's open gender, so men's, women's or mixed teams. You've got until Tuesday the 11th of August at midnight to get your nominations in for that event, as that filters all the way through to the state finals in Yamba later this year. So a great place to go.
It's a lovely part of the world. I do enjoy going up to Yamba and going fishing.
Did you darken the doors at the women's inter-region this year?
I did darken the doors at the women's inter-region.
That was another great event, and it was good fun to get up there. As I said, mark the Sophie bingo card. I did get a start for South East. I may never get another one, so... Well, there's a few other people in my team who may never get picked again, but we won't speak about that. Sent off to mime school, and they'll never be heard of again.
Well, Taren, I think that's got to be her...
her loosest end so far, yep.
Yeah.
She's been absolutely deadly so far.
And that lead over on the next door rink has extended to 28-2.
Yeah, it's Cameron, not her day, but they'll keep fighting. This is a state title you're playing for. You have to keep going for
It's
it.
all you can do at the end of the day, and if you give 110% to every single bowl that you put down, and you know results aren't going your way, or your opposition is just getting, then a touch closer than you, but you've put in 110%, you cannot ask any more from your team or yourself.
Here's a good bowl there, the pink bowl of Taren Point, now holding sway. Katie Astley here, and to look to improve on her last. Well, she's going to go just a little bit short here. Gets in the eye of Sharne. She's going to flip the bowl over and potentially chip off all the chalk she's been getting.
I keep mine on, just quietly confident,
That's very exciting. If you can do it. You say, I'm going to get a toucher here and spray it in your own hand, then let the bowl go.
If I get a toucher, I don't always do it, but if I'm on the mat and I haven't seen the toucher that's on my bowl, and I'm on the mat and I just slightly see it, but everything's okay, I'm like, well, that's okay. I'll just get a toucher with this one, and then the marker or my teammate will not have to mark it. And the amount of times that it actually happens,
saving the planet. Yes, but I mean,
saving the planet.
The amount of times it happens for a player of your ability, Jessica Tell, versus the rest of us.
Indication from Chanel that she's just a touch quick.
Well, she's got Katie Astley to bump up.
She's going to do that.
In the road there. And
going to do that perfectly.
Katie Astley, she keeps finding her bowls in those little promotable spots. Katie's saying, thank you, Chanel. You're making me look like an even better player than I already am.
If you're not short, you'll never get hit up, right? Nice.
Oh, it's like
confidence from Louise. Just not going to get down.
Tried very hard.
Though. side does look to be slightly tighter heading in this direction. Coming back to the clubhouse, though, does look like it is getting back a little bit more. But I'm seeing a lot of the players get stuck on the higher side with just a touch of weight.
Yeah, that's been a consistent theme across the streaming matches here. Players have found once you get out, right out to the peg, the bowl isn't releasing perhaps as quickly or as freely as you might think, but some of the tight ones are really ripping away, really diving away, particularly the other direction back towards the clubhouse. So we'll see here.
I have very fond memories on this rink from last year's state pennant finals, so I know that these rinks can play quite differently to the other greens. Just corrected on her weight.
It was fine effort.
Not a bad home though. It's in the game.
Well, this is the one that, so it's not exactly how Chanel would have drawn that up, but fortune favours the brave, and
I think she'll take it, you know.
Well,
I think the girls will take it.
we're out to a 20-shot margin here in the women's pennant final.
There's about 6 ends to go on each ring, so very doable. We just need to see it.
Someone's going to have to find a 5 here, though. You do feel, don't you, that you're not going to do it chipping away in twos because you're not going to win every end.
No. And that's where it's important for skips to be calling a positive head, asking your players to finish past, finishing good homes so that it then allows them to play those shots and pick up numbers.
Well, there's a lot of bowls at the back of the rink, but they're all pretty well mixed up there, so I don't think there's going to be any silly intent for trails here. There's going to be Leanne Chinery, though, to see if she can find something. Some little trails okay.
A little trail would be perfect from Leanne here.
And she's in the sort of area to do it, Jessie.
Her bowls are getting back really nice. She's going to get back to the jack. Ooh, well, she's drawn a shot.
I'm not as confident as you are. Chanel saying up and down.
Do you want to put a drink on it?
Probably deserves the shot, that one, if nothing else.
I'm going to say it's the shot. I could be totally wrong, but I think jack high bowl.
If you were playing Wednesday night at Jindabyne, the one that been clunked up versus the one that you drew, I say it's the shot that deserves it is the one that gets it in these instances.
Now, little opportunity here. Louise going to have a look at it.
Yeah.
Oh, she says one down. Well,
So it still doesn't change the shot realistically,
absolutely
though.
not. You don't have to be fearful of turning anything up either. If you're one down, you just play that confident draw, touch the jack, make a number.
If she can touch it, back through to, there's a catching pink and red bowl there.
I mean, you move it 2 feet, you're making 4.
Potentially making 4. Exactly right, Jessica Tell. And
Just high.
you can see the intense there, though.
Yeah, it was a bad speed.
If you leave that short, you feel like you've missed an opportunity.
Yes.
If you've missed it on the quick side, well, at least the bowl had a chance. And Chanel here still going to measure, as you say. Louise said, I think we're down. And Chanel's saying,
I think Chanel's trying to.
I think it's very close.
I'm not sure, actually.
She's trying to just extend the viewer's pleasure, make sure that the broadcast goes long enough.
Louis started walking away, and I'm not sure whether it's because Chanel said, do you want to measure it? I'm not quite sure. One down.
So they've committed to Chanel's call, and they've committed to my call.
So there's a lot of respect and trust between these players. You know, if Chanel says, "Look, I think it's ours," and Louis hasn't measured it, I think the respect from Chanel was like, "Are you sure you don't want to measure it? Like, are you okay?" And a lot of players are like, "No, I absolutely trust you." And we do watch those measures quite closely, but everyone's very skilled and experienced in that, and we do have a respect for one another. So it's nothing silly.
Having said that, though, Jessica Tell, if you're declaring ahead playing against me, I will be measuring. That's twice I've got you now. There'll be 2 drinks.
You'll be measuring my 4th shot? or-
Absolutely, yeah. Correct. I swear I'm only down 4, Jesse, not 5. We're playing singles as well. Well, I've had some scalps. I've beaten some of the ladies who play for Jindabyne Division 4.
Yeah, there you go.
For frozen chook.
Good start again from Taren. She's back on it.
And can't keep a good dog out of the fight.
No.
And these Scorchers, well, it's a long road back. But
It is. We're slightly running out of ends. We're in our last 6 now, both rinks.
it's a real concern is,
Looking for minimum 2 shots an end.
So 28-3 next door. Kay has picked up a 3rd shot in that contest. And 16 shots to 11 currently here on our streaming rink. 20 shots the margin. As you say, Jessica Tell, 12 ends to play. Basically, it's 2 and over, right? Like,
Yes.
you need to be...
2 and over to allow the ones or losing 1. But you've got to, if you're Taren Point, you've got to keep them to 1s if anything, and then look for numbers, look for opportunities.
So I'd love to see a couple more twists in the tail here.
Falling short there from Katie Astley. Taren's holding 2 shots. With a knuckle down. Now this Jack.
This is the girl who might do it. She's played, I think her own admission would be perhaps a little bit of rocks and diamonds, but the diamonds have been absolutely glorious.
Right.
This one needs to be a little bit careful.
Ah, it's a pretty good bowl. Plenty of opportunity.
You missed, you had Rachell earlier. There was a Jack sitting pretty well exposed, but a foot short of the ditch, and just went and walked in with it.
Yep. Why not?
Because
Why not?
that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
And played fantastic. Katie Astley, she's cursing herself there.
She's got such good line. She's just missing her weight, especially it seems in this direction more so.
Yeah, this has been a fairly regular theme here. You look to add a metre, and particularly when the Jack's down near the tee,
It's 2
players are
very good
finding
bowls.
you try to add a metre and it's adding 2 and 3
Yep.
because of just how rock hard it
Yeah,
is
it's-
down.
It's just a little drier down that end, and some would say downhill.
Oh, would that some include
Sometimes,
Rocco commentator?
if
How do you
things
do?
aren't going well, you know.
I've played at clubs where it is genuinely downhill.
We were over on love Figtree, great facilities, great greens, but we were over on
The far
far
rink.
rink over here this morning, and Katie Astley had a bowl. No joke, it would have been sitting at least an inch off the ditch. It had stopped, wasn't moving, and about 5 bowls later, it wasn't even on an angle to fall into the ditch. We don't know what happened, and Nat turns to me and she says, "Did you put that in did you kick that into the ditch?" I said, I've been here the whole time, haven't touched it. We were baffled how it went into the ditch, because it sat there for about 5-6 bowls, and then we just heard clunk.
Little worm or something like that.
Yeah, maybe.
Popped up.
We'll tell Nat. But
That's remarkable.
It was not me.
I know we've seen some remarkable things in the sport, but
It would have been sitting at least an inch off the ditch.
it's remarkable.
Yeah.
Now we're going to see here, Louise sits that bowl, rocks back, will be very
That's
good.
pretty
It's
good.
still 1 shot only to Taren Point. It is,
Chanel sort of put herself amongst the mix up the back there.
yeah, well, she didn't miss by much with the first, and seeing she's giving it the chance once again. They turn
Far
very
away.
hard at the end here. Look at this. Ripping home, diving back.
Forward
Chanel
shot.
draws it.
Well, I think Louis got to play the same weight here. Land the bowl, touch the Jack.
Yeah. Really simple instruction, wasn't it, from
Yep.
Leanne Chinery?
Just another one in the area. You know, if she does miss, she's in the landing zone, and She's not far away though.
See what the call was. Got it, wasn't it, early? She's
In the
very
landing
close.
zone though.
Another one. Well, there's again a little number
A little
filming.
number up the back. Always on that side of the green too. As you said, they are getting back a little bit more. Coming down this way.
This direction, yeah, absolutely. And see here, well, this was the one that has made a bird of it. Chanel drawing number 1. And she's really excelling in this role as a third. Haven't seen her play a lot of that position in the junior bowl. She's skipping, she's playing singles a lot. And
I suppose they go hand in hand though, don't they?
Yeah.
The skip and third position.
But
You're playing the conversion shots.
well, she's got all the range, doesn't she, the young star?
She's a great singles player, and to be a great singles player, you need to have
Every shot.
everything, every tool in the kit. So
You also need to be able to roll the jack. That's where I struggle.
bucket of jacks for you, Nick.
Oh. No, I've improved in that
You have?
area.
Yeah?
I
Okay.
went and put in some time
Okay.
rolling jacks.
But yes, very, very important. This looks to be on a title line for Leanne. She won't be happy with that one.
Well, got another one, but yeah, so have to be up, don't you, in those situations?
Yeah. When you're in the situation that you are on the master board, there's no fear. No fear. It's got good speed here.
Well, a lot of friendly edges there too.
Oh, she got one. That'll be 2. But you can see the respect from the players. There's no clap, no leg tap. Wasn't quite how she wanted to get the 2, but she did have good speed and she was in a fairly good height, fairly good area.
Those kind faces that you do find on these quick greens, sometimes you can use that to your advantage. This is out on a better line to get back, but
Slight overcorrection just on speed there.
yeah, speed was right to do something, but it's going to be 2 shots to Merrylands, and they are dancing their way towards a number 1 Pennant flag. They have had a very good campaign, been largely untroubled. Merrylands did have a scare against Merimbula, the final round of sectional play.
I was watching on. We were next door to that game. It was tight tussle for sure.
And Merimbula probably missing one of their top guns as well in Emma Pettit, not here this week, but it's been otherwise largely untroubled. And
The thing is, I think you've almost got to go close to losing one to then prove how much you really want it.
that's the old footy cliche, isn't it? You've got to lose one before you win one.
Absolutely. You don't know how much you want it until the disappointment of losing, or I suppose almost losing and coming so close really makes you realise how bad you want the title.
I know I've said this a few times. I don't know if I've told you, Jesse. 5 years in a row, runner-up club pairs.
Oh, no.
5 different partners.
Oh,
I sacked them
no.
all.
Who are you going with next year?
There was a constant. No, I've won it the last 2.
Oh,
but
that's good.
But it's been with 2 different partners again.
Oh, really?
A new partner every year. Yeah, I'm running out of club mates. I'll have to go to a new club. I won't be able to win it though, most anywhere else. But you do it does make you have that drive, that hunger to go back, and whether it's a region pennant flag or a state pennant flag or a singles title, or winning the chook run on a Friday at your club. If you want it, it'll make you hungrier.
Absolutely.
And want that desire.
You know what? There's nothing better than going out there with your club mates. Like these ladies, they all know each other so well, and they want it for each other as well. They want to win and play well and support one another, so that they can do it together. And that's a real team spirit. And it's really, really good to see. We have that at Cabra, wanting to win for one another.
Yep, it's a good culture to have. That we win together.
Absolutely.
And we take our losses and we learn from them together. Matty Brown, it's been lovely to see you. I'll catch up with him again very soon. Old Jindabyne friend. We're being very nice to you. Wasn't being very nice to John Green though. So He's the nephew of the great John Green there, my friend Matty Brown. And it was 4 shots to Samantha Nerona just next door. This is almost turning into shake hands territory, and we're a long way. I know we're a long way out, but they'll keep fighting on here, Taren Point. But this has just been an absolute powerhouse, clinical performance. Samantha Nerona, that rink has just been in awesome form.
I think it's just important to get out of the gates early, and that's exactly what Merrylands have done. And now Taren Point have been constantly on the chase.
It's a hard game when you're chasing.
Yes.
You know, low percentage shots are low percentage for a reason.
Yeah, and you're chasing numbers against players such as the ones that you have in front of you. It's quite difficult.
There's very rarely an opportunity with the calibre of player that are here that you can score those big multiples, that you can get those big conversions, and that the results will keep happening for you. You might get one, but to get 2 and 3 and 4 big ends, it's really, really tricky. So,
I mean, I believe in constantly trying. I mean, we were playing Curry yesterday afternoon, and they needed an 8 with 1 end to play.
That was baffling.
And look, in those situations, you want to be still trying to kill the end or restart or give yourself every opportunity to score that 8. But I think at the end of the day, they sort of respectfully said, we're not going to pick up an 8 against you girls in the way the things were going. And that's how they went into that final end. But I do believe in trying with every bowl.
Yep, absolutely. I'm absolutely all about that. And whether you're playing for Australia, for New South Wales, for your club.
Yeah, you've got to be, if you're in it on the big board and you're 8 behind with 1 to play, you try for the 8.
Yep.
You go for it.
Exactly right. So we'll see here what Taren Point can produce. And we're getting to that time of day, nearly 4 o'clock. So Sean Bellotti tells me 4 o'clock on the dial, the pace starts to come off this green. We're nearly there, and we're seeing all of a sudden, well, half a dozen short bowls, and the rest are the ones that the players have overcompensated.
Well, I think I will have to head off after this end. I do have to get to
have
the
commitments.
under-18s.
Tri-series, yes.
Yeah,
so
I'm sure they're all at the club at the moment, about to head off and check in, ready for the weekend ahead.
I'm sure they'll be out there going bare jacks all night too. That's usually
To be honest,
the go with juniors.
I really want to go and see Jimmy's gold medal.
Well,
Can't wait.
That's very exciting too. So, no, thank you, Jessica Tell, for joining us. It's been fantastic to have your insight. We look forward to your company over the next few days. I'm sure you'll jump into the commentary box over the next couple of days here and there.
If you'd like, I suppose.
We'll be with you from Cabramatta from tomorrow. 3:30 is the first round of the Junior Tri-Series. Jessica Tell, the final thanks from you, and
thank you so much.
We'll catch up with you tomorrow. Let you run away, and it'll be Nick Hind here to steer you home, as it looks to be Merrylands on the trot. Oh, Natalie Lewis on the trot. Didn't quite get the result there. 1 to Taren Point, 1 to Louise Cronan. So Taren Point are probably resigned to their fate here, but as we know, with 9 ends to play, they're going to fight it out to the very last. And, well, why wouldn't you? What a shot. That's brilliant bowling. At a time where every single shot counts. We just saw Natalie Lewis watching that one come in. You can see she's applauding the whole way. Yep, that's good bowling. And Leanne Chinery, 16, does lead Natalie Lewis 14 on this rink. But next door, Samantha Nerona must just have been in imperious form. Natalie Lewis. That's some sort of shot in response. Little kiss. Back to the shot bowl. Back to the jack. Oh, I hit the replay button there. What a shot. You can see she played the first one so well, and with Taren Point chasing numbers, that's going to be really hard to dig out. Maybe an opportunity to kill with big weight on the forehand. But at the back of the picture there, we might just pull that camera back for you a little bit. There is a whole collection of bowls at the back of the rink. And as we see attack from next door, there's a little bit of slips fielding going on there. And it is attack, as I threatened. Let's see what happens here. It's going to rattle around, and one shot it will be to Merrylands once again, and on their merry way to the Division 1 pennant flag, 46-19, the masterboard, 8 ends to play. But this is a remarkable margin and a remarkable game. You can see the fans here have been treated to a beautiful afternoon. Taren Point are really, well, just didn't see this coming. Didn't see the just absolute clinical nature of the Merrylands team on the neighbouring rink. Farrell, Teague and Nerona getting the job done. Well, this game has been a great contest. And once again, Taryn Keir, she's been absolutely brilliant. Currently a 27 shot differential. So this differential remains. We'll be calling things off 3 ends early. I said I can't believe that Moran and co can be tuned up by this much, but it can happen sometimes. When you're on, you're on. And these bowlers, these Merrylands girls, well, they've been just in imperious form. They've come in with a very youthful 8 players. Kerry Farrell, Sharon Farrell, and the twins, Natalie and Samantha, are the experienced campaigners, and then the rest are teenagers. Katie Astley, 20 years old. The youth is the future. And they've just been absolutely superb. Here comes Katie Astley. This is getting right down now. Needs to get all the way back to the jack. Has slipped past. You see, that's the common finishing position down there. And one shot, not enough for Taren Point to do anything at the moment. Dean Hodges lurking. We're seeing as we get down to very end of this competition. It's been a tremendous 3 days here of competition bowls at Figtree Sports. Currently 1 shot to Taren point. And Chanel getting to the back here. Louise Cronan. She will be looking to add on. The players understand that it's realistically it's a 1 in a million, but well, like Lloyd Christmas, you're saying I've got a chance. Well, you're a chance you need to. How's that for a modern film reference, hey? Dumb and Dumber. Well, you're saying that there's a chance you need to keep taking those opportunities. We've seen it, we've played it, we've probably all been there in a game where you need to be chasing some multiple. No one questions the heart and the character of these players, and this rink has been the game and the contest that we thought we'd see. It's just merely been the neighbouring rink has just turned one on. A warm round of applause for Taren Point. They're cheering on their charges here. Plenty of spectators, plenty of fans here out to provide for their team, ensure that win, lose or draw, everyone's going to go home feeling as though they've been supported magnificently, whether it's by their club, their teammates, these players, our host venues. They've done a fabulous job here for the past 3 days as we get to the very pointy end. Harrington have a big lead in Division 2. They lead 39-16 through 29 ends. It's a super shot there from Leanne Chinery. May well have made 3, possibly 4. 3 shots is the indication from Chanel. I expect probably a bit of weight to try to disturb this. You can see a little touch, gets it going in the right direction. Probably brings the white bowl in. The pink one is the other one that I'm considering. And it's going to be weight here from Natalie. Let's see how they go. Yep, quick. Looking for a shot bowl. Looking to get a few out of the head. That's remarkable. Well, when you're on, you're on. That was Katie Astley who got punched across, and it's currently 1 shot to Merrylands. The hands went in the air. The girls. Here's the replay. Natalie Lewis attacking it backhand. Really missed her spot, but gets contact and squeezes a Merrylands bowl in for shot. And yeah, immediately you can see the hand goes in the air from Chanel. That's not how Merrylands like to do it, but equally once the bowl's left the hand, there's nothing you can do. It is out of your control. I've played against players who will tell you that they couldn't see it any other way, which I think is often a little bit disrespectful, but you say it with a smile on your face. It's okay. So I expect we'll see a similar sort of shot here from Leanne. Perhaps a little bit more controlled on the forehand. Wanting to peel off the shot bowl or the jack. Oh, she won't get that same favour, and it is going to be a 1 to Merrylands. That ticks off another end, and that's going to tick off Another opportunity to score. There is some measuring going on next door, and it's going to be 5 shots to Taren Point, and the crowd goes bizarre. So Kay Moran, well, she's picked up a big collect. Thank you, Lee, and it looks to be all over bar the fighting in Division 4. Big margin there. We wore Narrabri 34. We wore Lightning Ridge Narrabri 34. Lake Cat-Eye 19. So that's been a tough one. Big change of tactic from Taren Point here. Have dropped the mat much shorter. And for the final time, I want to tell you all about the Women's Pennant Finals, which are proudly supported by Destination Wollongong. If Wollongong is not on your getaway list yet, it might be time to change that. There are hidden gems to explore, long lunches calling your name, and plenty of reasons to stay a little longer. Whether it's your first visit or it's been a while, Wollongong might just surprise you. So start planning your next escape today at visitwollongong.com.au. See life differently from the Seacliff Bridge there at Stanwell Park. Come and enjoy the fabulous facilities here at Figtree Sports. Come and see all there is to see here in the fabulous Wollongong Illawarra region. It's a beautiful part of the world, and they've been fabulous hosts. As Sophie Payne has missed her line, but it's Katie Astley who picks her up. What a great bowl. And with time rapidly running out, 7 ends to go. 23 the margin. Wow, what a shot. Sharne. Yeah. That's a beaut. Katie Astley going to look to replace. Oh, she's pretty well pointed once again, just missing hair firm. Nothing wrong with that. Rachell Sharne, she said, oh, I'm not so sure about this one. She can get down to Katie. Well, that's a super shot. It's made 2. She has been good today. Her best has been very, very good. Louise, Cronan and Chanel cross back to the head. We see that bowl again. It's come donking into the back. And it's now the 4 o'clock. Yes, the shadow's getting longer. The cloud has come across, and there are spectators and commentators reaching for their coats. And it's Chanel Chakouch. She's reaching for the shot. What a bowl. Unbelievable stuff here. Chanel, as soon as you think that Taren Point are going to maybe get out of it, fire a shot, it's Chanel Chakouch who just says, no, you don't. Now Lou looks to be too quick for that track. I like the positive intent. Kate Walker's slapping hands next door saying, welcome back. Chanel, she's being instructed by Natalie Lewis. I'd like one out wide here. Just cover over any numbers at this stage. Merrylands will be happy to drop ones. You can have one as much as you like here. Taren Point. They might even let them have a 2, but This is a better track here. Louise Cronan wants it to really rip now. Just not quite getting back quick enough for her. Still puts another one in the catching pen. I wonder if they have to maybe consider a kill. This was the bowl from Chanel that set things up. And Katie Astley there, yep, she's delivered the bowl all the way for Natalie Lewis to just go and park it wherever she would like. I mentioned before that tournament with Katie Astley, Harvey McAllister. We played in the snow and she was constantly doing all she could to help her teammate Harvey ensure the bowl was warm and dry. And as they handed it off, didn't leave the thing out in the rain. So I think Natalie having a discussion with Chanel about what the opposition are likely to do. I could see hands sort of swinging around, and I think they're looking to protect against any attack here. So going to leave that head alone and go park some catching bowls where they suspect Jack might get to. So that's more cover, and yeah, that's sensible stuff here. Make Taryn Point do all the running. South Tamworth have pushed away. They lead by 10 shots through 30 ends in Division 3. Division 2, Harrington lead by 19 through 31 ends. And Division 2, it's Harrington 39, Nambucca Heads 16. So thank you to all our team for the update. You can see good positive intent there. There's a lot of ways to win with that sort of speed. Can get the pink bowl out clean. Little touch on the front can get the jack moving back to Taren Point's bowls. Now, Natalie Lewis. Sunglasses have come off. Chanel has identified where she'd like this bowl to finish. Cake fork has gone down next to me. Lynn McMahon has been scoffing a piece of cake. Lucky girl. Everybody's enjoying these concluding ends. We have lost a few spectators to the comforts of the inside of the club since the shade has come across. And now Leanne Chinery. Well, there is a result using a little piece of this white bowl back to the shot, back to the jack. That's very neatly done. Don't know if it's done enough to pick up shot. And it's picked up 2. So the fight continues here. Leanne Chinery picks up a 2. This is the bowl that did it. Said there was a kind edge out there, used it well, got back to the shot bowl, got it out. That was actually about as good as you could draw that up. Perhaps one more roll on Chanel's bowl would have been ideal to make 3, but with 2 ends to play here and still 4 ends to play next door. No, the scoreboard has flipped over again, and it was a 3-shot collect to Kay Moran. So 32 shots to 11. Well, the margin's back under 20. It is going to take... You feel there's got to be a 7 or a 6 here, and probably both rinks have to find a 7 or a 6. Kay Moran did find a 5 earlier. And I said the margin on that rink just could not possibly stay as outrageous as it was. To believe that Keir could get beaten in a final by nearly 30 shots was impossible, I would have told you. Even 20 shots, which is the current margin. Well, she's tidied that up beautifully there. Taren Keir has one on and one at the back of the rink, just under the number. It's going to come in very handy. Sophie Payne, her speed was okay with the first, but it's just finished really hard. This is a much better track. It's going to move now. The girls are calling for it to move. This is a fantastic correction from Sophie. What a bowl. It's a super shot. Now its head's framed up, though. I wonder whether or not Natalie Lewis might say to Katie, well, give us a good second here, and then I might let you try to run that in. And we'll just say that's it for you this end, Taryn point. So Katie Astley being given a clear instruction. Just played it a little bit cautiously. Doesn't need too much more. Now Sharne wants a clear run. Probably had a pretty good line for the jack there. Change the angles, if nothing else. Katie Astley looking to add 2 feet. She's probably lost it. Say the 4 o'clock knock, the sun just getting behind the clouds and starting to get behind the building next door. We'll see a little bit of the finish, a little bit of the pace coming off this green, but it is one shot there. Sophie Payne played it beautifully. And for Taryn point. An almost impossible ask, an impossible task, but they'll keep fighting to the end, and they can be proud of the fight that they've shown here today, Taryn point. An amazing achievement to win your region, to win your section, to be a quarter finalist, a semi-finalist, and to be a finalist here at the state pennant final. I'm sure they'll be back soon. They've got a fabulous crew and some exceptionally talented females at their club. And some great tutelage as well. This is good from Chanel. That's going to sort of gum that hole up. Make it hard to do too much different, and we can see Louise Cronan having that discussion. And it's just set up in a way where this head, Leanne Chinery, just perhaps lacking confidence in the call. And because of that, yeah, that bowl played perhaps without much confidence either from Louise Cronan. It stayed up at the back, could have given an option. There is one bowl at the back of the rink still for Taryn point. Hard to improve that though for Taryn point at the moment without really risking anything. Chanel's going to improve it for Merrylands, up and over her own, and number one. Fabulous bowl. And you can see Leanne Chinery, she's got hands on head saying, well, how do we do anything with this? There is another bowl right at the bottom of the picture there, which we'll bring in just a moment. Right at the bottom above the number 22. There it is. And that belongs to Taren Point. But it's a solitary one back there. And for Louise Cronan, she's had this discussion with skip Leanne Chinery. And they've had to come up with some sort of game plan. Well, they're still fighting on the next door rink. Cameron, Leanne Chinery, she's still fighting here. I think I can see the intent, but you can see from there was a little chicken dance there from Louise Cronan saying, you didn't send that one. Needed you to be out a little bit higher, a little bit firmer. Natalie Lewis, she's just looking to tick another end off here. Well, that might go very close to being second shot. Might be very close to being third. Well, the call is, do you want to cut it down? No, I don't think you can play the cut down at the moment. 32-15 next door. It was 4 shots to Cameron. So we're back within 14. They've left the run too late. Cameron. Wow, that's a good effort. I think I like that call. You've got to play to get the shot there. Natalie Lewis looking to add on here and perhaps put the final nail in the coffin for Taren Point. That's going to do to count. And we know they're back within 14. Cameron's had a good pick up next door. 1, 2, 3. 3 it is. So margin back to 17 shots. 18 all this ring. This is the final end here in this match. And this was the big bowl that did it. Great pick up on the replay there from Josh. It's a super shot. And at a time where, well, Taren Point, maybe they just had a sniff. Did they? That little spark was extinguished by the one, the only Chakouch. So, final end of this contest between Natalie Lewis and Leanne Chinery. We will have a outcome, saving the rare double toucher or something on this rink. So there'll be bragging rights up for grabs. In the other finals, it is 8 shots the margin between South Tamworth and Camden. So 25 shots Camden, 33 shots South Tamworth. 10 ends to go over there. 21 shots to 44 is the margin between Harrington and Nambucca heads. So Harrington looking as though they're on their way to glory. And the scoreboard currently obscured in Division 4, but it was the three-way composite team of Weewar, Lightning Ridge and Narrabri, well in front 34-19 on the last update that I was able to receive from that rink. Katie Astley here. She'll be looking to finish this one off. 17 shots currently the margin. So we need at least two. Sorry, no, we don't. We need at least one shot scored on this end by Taren Point to make the game viable, but they are playing next door. So if they only get one, they need 8. So 9 shots are what's required across these two rinks. So we need a 4 and a 5, or a 1 and an 8. Otherwise, it'll be shake hands time, and it will be Merrylands crowned as your BCiB Women's Pennant Division 1 champions for 2025-26. Katie Astley, she's had a bit to say about that. And it's just gone sliding past. This was the bowl from Sharne. This is her again. She can look down, sit, get a good edge off Katie. Well, it's finished in a good area, and there is maybe a little number building, but as I say, 9 shots required between this end and the neighbouring. Dean Hodges is lurking to move cameras in case we do come down to a remarkable, exciting conclusion. So Chanel just missing on the high side there. Taren Point fans haven't given up hope. Ray Pearce is still wandering around. So he's flicking that very distinctive delivery. He wants to be out there. He wants to be out there helping his troops. He's cheering them on, and well, that might almost do for 3. And for Chanel, she's going to look to shut this down. As I say, we know that 9 shots are required across this end and the neighbouring end for the match to continue. So both rinks need to score. Merrylands, if they win either rink, they will be crowned your victors for this year. Well, there is maybe, depending on how far short that bowl of Chanel is, there's maybe a 5 here. I think that Chanel bowl's going to cut a few out. So we might need to see on the other angle in just a moment. The telestrator is going to come out perhaps for the final time here today, but once again we're talking about jack movement, and it's a little trail of the jack for Taren Point. Wait and see what that sort of gums up my hopes of that plan. I think there's, yeah, it's a 2-bowl event here for Taren Point. Either a little touch on the jack back to this pink bowl, but then that one needs to go, and I think that's the hard part. I'd like to see them play that bowl out of the head first, and then potentially the pink bowl out of the head second, in either order. And potentially there is a 5 or a 6. But these are hard to spot sometimes. all of my creative work was also requiring, of course, someone to miss. So I think the players are shaking hands next door. I believe that Merrylands did claim the end. And that's done it, yes. So the players are shaking hands. Merrylands have claimed the neighbouring rink. We knew that 9 shots were required across the 2 rinks, and any rink win for Merrylands, or any end claimed by Merrylands, was going to be enough to seal their fate and seal Merrylands' title here as the BCiB Women's Pennant champions for 2025-2026. They are your Division 1 winners, and it's been an imperious performance from the Samantha Nerona rink. They've run out big winners over Kamaran. This rink didn't get to conclude their end, so they're going to call it a draw. It's been fantastic to have your company across the entire program. I want to thank everybody who has jumped in and supported us in commentary. Kate Morgan, Ariane Winter, Jessica Tell, Rebecca Lord, Zoe Davies, Jessica Tell once again, Josh Grock, who has been driving the cameras. We thank you to Keir O'Shea, Dean Hodges and the entire Bowls New South Wales team who've supported us here. It's been fantastic to bring you these pictures. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe, have your notifications turned on, as we'll be back with you tomorrow from 3:30 for Junior Tri-Series from Cabramatta. Until then, on behalf of the entire Bowls New South Wales team, my name has been Nick Hind. It's been fantastic to have your company, and we look forward to seeing you again very, very soon.
Sorry to drag you to Wollongong. I'm still stuck here.
There's not that much to see here.
Cheers. Sorry, it's not exactly Bondi icebergs.
We're going to have to find something to do. And here's that bridge in every bloody car ad. I mean, like, you know, it's just a bridge.
The beaches in Mykonos look amazing. I mean, this place has gone to the dogs.
Shouldn't it come in a tall glass? Why would you bother?